Okay. More Megastructure stuff. Okay, hold on. I have it on my wish list. The playtest. Oh! Welcome to the playtest. Well, that was easy. Alright, hold on. Let me change the thingy. Thing. Of the thing. Alright, well, I guess I'll be doing Mick now. Legally distinct Mickey. So, another thing I kind of have been wanting to say, dude, like, there is a very small, but kind of, like, niche community here, isn't there? Like, it has been a very weird thing for me, because it's like, ever since I've played Naissance, and have kind of, like, been looking around now, there's actually a lot of this stuff, and all of it is kind of just, it's buried. Like, none of it is very popular. But you have this small group of, like, fans that do enjoy this thing. It is a very small fan base, yeah. And I like it. I like this stuff. Naissance really... I don't know, dude. Like, Naissance really kind of, like, opened up a whole new thing for me. And I've really, like, looking... like, trying to think of it, like... would any other game have really piqued my interest for this genre as much as Naissance did? It always starts with Naissance. You know, one of the things that kind of makes Naissance appealing to me? It's unknown. I have tried to find out information about it, and there is so little information in the English-speaking world about it. You have a French interview with the guy that led the development of Naissance, but it's in French. I don't know when he started the game. I don't know what inspired him to do it. There are so many questions that I have for it, because the game really feels like it's a high-quality, you know, like, budgeted game. It's free. There is nothing on sale for it. There is no merch. There's no DLC. The OST was copyrighted music, so they can't sell the OST. It was made entirely for free, as far as I can find. I don't think they've made a dime off it. Oh no. Oh no. It's... You're playing an alpha playtest. This version may not reflect the final release. Okay,
And welcome to the Revelo Robotics testing.
Oh god, it kind of is actually like a Mike Klubnica game.
To the testing program. You have been selected to perform physical and mental tests and have been designated as test
I like how it's just painted on. Welcome to the underground bunker.
3. You have been in an invented sleep for 2, 3, 5, 9 hours. Before testing,
the amount of portal here is kind of painful. Yeah, you got your robot voice telling you about the testing. We have this being the testing. We're okay. Revelo Robotics. This one gave you infra vibes. What's infra? I don't remember off the top of my head.
You're assigned testing supervisor.
There were some interviews with Mavros on YouTube. Yeah, but that's kind of what I was saying. But are they in English? Oh, I got an achievement already. Well, that was easy. That is a nice... Like, just right here. That's a nice view. It's just Blade Runner. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna slide in this one. Fallstruktur has made me very paranoid now on movement because that thing was so slidey. I don't trust anything now. Omensaur is set in Infra's universe. Well, again, I don't really know what Infra is, so... That's a very bright whatever that is. I don't know what the 2 lines to the side of the crosshair means. Yeah, those lines right there. Wait, what? Oh, zoom in. Thought I was opening the door. Yeah, so when are you gonna make a game like this where we have vaulting and parkour, dude? You know? When am I gonna have my duck Mirror's Edge? Duck's Edge. I really am just like in a paranoid mindset now from Fallstruktur. I keep... Oh, fuck. Only walking and looking at ducks. Whoa, okay. If you hit the back movement button while you are midair, you stop on a dime. I'm trying not to overshoot, and then it's just... Oh, actually, you know what? I think you're losing your forward momentum very quickly. I think that's what's happening. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, just percussive maintenance the generator. Only walking and looking at ducks. But that's kind of a lie, though, isn't it? Because again, you do actually kind of have a little bit of a parkour section in that first area. I think it's just to get a duck or two, but... You know, technically speaking, there is a little bit there. It's kind of strange in this one because the Megastructure looks a little bit more human-built. You know, like, human-built, made for humans, by humans. Like, usually the Megastructure stuff, it's kind of just a mess of buildings, materials everywhere. Like, you know, it's rogue AI in Blam, so... I thought that was like some sort of death turret. How loud is this, by the way? It's fine. Alright. I'm hitting F, it's not doing anything. rumors are false again. The interlayer elevators here are as broken as all the others, so don't waste your time getting power to them again. Decommission due to infection. Oh good. Can we grow an extra toe? Oh dear God.
Hello again. Before testing begins, you must familiarize yourself with the Revela robotics operating system that you will be using extensively during your tests, hereafter referred to as Rebel OS. Even if you are already familiar, as it is in wide use across all administrative layers. Please note that there is
why can you zoom in onto the thing?
various messages will be displayed on the Rebel OS enabled device presented to you. Please.
I can't backspace now. Alright. Kinda reminded me of that one game there. Was it Structure Unknown? I mean, it definitely will be Structure Unknown if we have a chatty AI suddenly. So, how much are you thinking, by the way? $636. The old cast got wiped after the net went down. Manual code input is required now. The entirety of System 53 or something? I don't know. Ventilation is safe from infection or any other harm. Rest here if required. For anyone bound towards Arctic, mind the thread seed in the canyon. It has been there for a while. Doesn't seem to move either. I'm kind of curious if this is going to show anything on the infection, or if it's just a bunch of... yeah, a bunch of BS. Nah, free game, dude. It's an interesting cigarette shape. No music. Oh, this is... Why is it in Russian? What the fuck? Is this an in-house asset? Are the devs Russian? What do you mean? How much are you gonna charge for it, dude? Personal... Personalia professional. Where it's just a personal professional. 68. Fair enough then. What was it? 2636? 2636? Wait, didn't we have it off before? No, it wasn't. What? But the fans were already off. What did we just do? Hard hat area. Yes. We in fact did not turn it off. Okay. So... Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that is actually just death. How do you even sink nails into the wall here? Oh, that... uh-oh. This is not OSHA approved. At all. What do you think the maintenance guys get paid here? Like 10 bucks in a beer? Oh, speaking of... Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. There you go. Oh, I can't bring it closer myself. I don't know why, when we look at the electrical diagram here, it inverses it. They do drink well for sure. Yeah, a little bit. This music doesn't necessarily feel fitting for this game. I like it. It's nice. I don't know if I would necessarily be putting it into a game about exploring Megastructure that has, like, you know, a disease that is rotting your limbs off, but, you know. Air quality is worsening. Ensure that the entire system stays properly clean. Monitor the computer values. Old code swiped again. To travelers, I left the code at the top of the shaft. So what do you suppose all this little white stuff is? Ash? Snow? Is that the disease of whatever? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. How long is this, by the way? You said there's only 2 levels right now? Probably dust. Maybe. 8309. 8309. We camped here for 2 nights, safe from the debris outside. Ira, if you're reading this, we went towards the elevators to find a way up T. Not Mr. T, though. There's no Mr. there, so... This one has a pretty not lenient fall distance, right? Before you die. I already forgot. What was it? 8039? There we go. What? Aw, shit. Do I need the first code? I've already forgotten it. Yeah, please help. I do like how there's actually kind of an attempt at telling a larger story here, though. But I don't know how deep that's gonna get. Ah, shit. What the hell was the first code? There's tons of lore. It's one of those things, though, of where I would really appreciate the lore, but on, like, a wiki where I can kind of read it on my own time. Yeah, it's kind of one of the things of, like... Streaming, I like to keep a movement, you know, just moving forward. I don't know what that says. Sorok? Sorok, I don't know if this has anything to do with anything. So you can kind of just sabotage yourself, really. Why is there a ladder there? You need to turn that big fan off in the tunnel. Yeah, but chat, I don't know what code it needs. I think it needs the first code, because I have the 8039 and it's not accepting it. Do you remember what the first code was? Because I can't get back to the first code. It will not let me climb back up there. Right? Fan control. 8039. Nothing. And I'm afraid if I hit the reset level button, it sends me all the way back to that room. The Portal 2 room, basically. I really am expecting that's blocking you from going up. What do you mean? Oh. The fact that there isn't a way of getting back up. Right? The first code was over here. The first code is all the way back up there. I can't get back up there. There's no way. You don't think I need to go there, but I need the code, don't I? It's not accepting 8039. Whoa. Nope. No, this is the highest I can go here. And this just has the 8039. 8309. Son of a... I'm dyslexic, obviously. Hmm. So you know something that Nisance did a lot of, and a lot of fan games of Nisance have done in a attempt at copying Nisance? Some correctly, some not so correctly. Pitch blackness. Pitch black rooms, pitch black hallways, and then you'll have like maybe a single little orb of light that might move around. Because, what was it? I think it was Marsh Link's Voyage did that for like 1 or 2 sections. That looks like death. I wonder if it is death. No, it's just a wall. The graphics in this section look like a different game entirely, and I don't remember what one it was. There's a lot of these circuit diagrams around. Okay, so there's no real lore in those, I don't think. Spare parts arrived for the... Let's see. Never seen pods like these. Who are they keeping in stasis? The entire system is locked behind some ancient encryption. I left it alone, didn't want to risk it. This place creeps me out. Oh, there is a second page. Oh shit. Iscat here. Been searching the pods for clues about whatever project... Okay. So, one of the things that is kind of lacking for a lot of these... Oh, it's just locked up now. Ah, shit, alright. Not like anybody is there adbound anymore. What? Threadbound. Oh god, I had a stroke. Oh wait, well, connecting to it will fry your mind. So it's kind of like a cyberpunk thing? There's, you know, like cybernetics and whatnot? These clipboards look so unfitting for the rest of the game's aesthetic. Like this, right here, like keeping that out of frame, you know, like there's a certain kind of metallic, gritty aesthetic for this, right? And then you have this and it looks like just a generic Unity asset. Vitals critical, unsuitable for testing, net binding recommended. I don't know what it means by that. All personnel here are hereby informed that access to this corridor is strictly controlled. Under no circumstances should sealed gates be breached without full compliance with safety protocols. So another thing I was going to say, though, is I feel like a thing that is lacking in pretty much every single one of these games: humanity. In any form. Like, okay, we're talking about how there's this disease in this megastructure. Alright. So where are the skeletons? Where's the dead people? It's kind of strange in the fact that this one kind of has, like, mild puzzle-solving stuff. Go find the key, wherever that might be. And I really don't know where it might be. I think that computer is now basically just garbage. No? Oh. I don't know where I'm supposed to find the key for this thing. There's some areas here that are easy to miss because of the lighting. Yeah, would kind of like a flashlight. Did I miss something then, dude? Is there a side area here that I go to? I like that there's also just a extension cord there. Or a surge protector even. Oh my god, is this it? Cold. The heck is that? I cannot read that. What the hell does that say? I like that they just have the maintenance guy just sleeping on the ground in the freaking closet. Okay, apparently they have an ottoman carpet in this universe, though. Okay, project status. MIC is operational, but due to limited net availability, complex tests cannot be performed. The engineering teams... Why is teams spelled like that? Net communication. Do the net split net communications from MIC as practice tests. Alright. And again, we're looking at that. But yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but have you actually looked at any of Mike Klubniko's games? He's the guy that did, Buckshot Roulette. He's got a bunch of stuff on itch.io that are kind of weird experimental horror games, but some of them are kind of Megastructure-esque. One of them is kind of vaguely like this, where there's like an AI thing going on. Finish calibrating new training data and a review of new failed testing attempt. Fix actuator response. Okay, that's not exactly... Oh, just the whole stack of books. Alright. $26.36. What? Didn't I try that? Wait, whoa. But I had $26.36. It's just reusing it? Seems like he removed all games from Edge. Are you kidding me? Oh. I mean... I can't blame him at the same time. You're not a fan of his games. Any particular reason? I think he's got a pretty decent aesthetic. Some of the games are kinda extremely experimental. Like, I've played most of his games, but there's one that I never got around to because it's like... I think there's two. And one of... Oh, God. Oh, it's a shipping company. How are they shipping things in here? By rail? Too much gameplay and not enough non-gameplay. How many games of his have you played? Because... Something you prefer more of like walking sims then, I guess? I don't know. You've seen Buckshot Roulette and Concrete Tremors. I don't remember the name of the one. There's two I have not played. One of them was paid for, I think, on itch.io, which... I mean, if he's removed it, I don't think it's on Steam, so... good luck on finding that one now, I guess? And the other one was some weird, like, programming game, or, like, time travel thing? I don't remember exactly what was going on with it, but its premise was very, very strange. Do not open Metallics Beyond. You can't tell me what to do. No, open the door, dude. Come on. We only live once. I want to see the weird shit. Man. Oh God. We're getting stutters now. That's... itch.io is so disappointing. If people are actively removing even their free games from it now, just... Okay. They are still on itch. They're just kind of not accessible. That's weird. All right. But I'm gonna finish that thought because I can guarantee you some people are going to be removing stuff proactively on itch now. I looked at the pretty light. People are probably going to actually be removing a lot of their stuff from itch, free or not, and that's going to suck because I kind of prefer itch for certain things, like finding indie games, right? Like, I've been streaming so many weird and short indie games, but the reason why I'm able to find them is because itch kinda enables you to do that easily. You know, go and try to find a bunch of weird indie games on Steam like you can on itch. It's not that easy. There is so much garbage on Steam. You know, and it's like, I like Steam. Steam's a useful service. I will never stop using Steam. But trying to find good new games on Steam has only ever gotten harder as the years have gone on. There's too much garbage. It's like YouTube. You know, it's like, you might find one good thing, and then the thing wants you to watch like 50 million different political podcasts. Like, no, I'm here to watch, you know, educational content about insert topic here, not watch some talking head about a very controversial insert topic here. And obviously I wanted to pick that up and not read this thing, thank you. Come on, there you go. 5169. I'm writing these things down at this point. 5169. Because it's like, one of the things I do enjoy, it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I don't know, maybe maybe it's like number go up, dopamine or whatever, but I like idle games, right? I like idle games, but finding good idle games on Steam is not easy. There is a lot of garbage, and finding, you know, emphasis on free ones is very difficult, because there's a lot of paid for ones, and a lot of the paid for idle games are not very good. I don't necessarily mind paying for one if it is good. I'd rather not pay the money and find out many, many hours later that it's not. It's an idle game. You're not going to be within that refund window. It's like one of the few idle games that I have actually bought and enjoyed was Melver Idle. It's basically RuneScape, but idle game. Unlike the shafts, the air down here is terrible. The source is probably the Cataclysm, but we couldn't trace the wastewater back anywhere. The tunnels are too vast. Other members of the Order have pressed on towards the rift, so we've set up this makeshift outpost where a faint breeze of clean air drifts down from above. We couldn't find a trace of any savage tribes yet. They've likely perished already. So this is like a weird combination of Metro with like Blam. Like that is the current vibe I'm getting from this. Is there's Russians here for some reason, and yeah, we have like weird shit going on. Elver was nice. Currently enjoying Idle Clans. Been playing it a couple of years. Yeah, I have seen the Discord thing popping up saying that you've been doing Idle Clans. Idle Clans, like reviews-wise, aren't they mixed? And I think, like, from what I've seen of it, it kind of looks like it's just Melver, but kind of worse in a lot of ways. You have 130 titles on your ignore list on Steam. Buddy. Oh my god, dude. How many hours have you sat down just specifically going through and just putting stuff on ignore lists? Also, that's a good sign, just seeing the structure fall apart. Or is that trash? I don't know. ¿Por qué no las dos? I guess technically it would be both, wouldn't it? Yeah, what was that game? The weird, like, immortality Blade Runner game? Nobody wants to die? That's what that kind of reminds me of. Kind of like dystopian, shitty New York's... future dystopian New York skyline. Just wanted to find the gems. An easy way was to filter all the shit. Yeah, but dude, my god, 130,000 titles. How long did that take you? That is not like you sitting down in a single night. Like, one of the things I did to try to sort out the garbage from my end was quite literally just block visual novels. Like, Steam kept trying to force down my throat porn games. There are so many on Steam nowadays. And it's like the whole like collective shout thing and Visa, MasterCard, all that shit. It's like, I would be okay with it if people had been like asking Steam to simply reduce the amount or make like an entire section or something. Like, don't get payment processors involved, because there's already a lot of weird shit going on now because of it. Like, they're already seemingly trying to restrict purchasing other things. Like, I don't know if it's just like bullshit propaganda at this point, or if it is actually happening, but supposedly it's like Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto are already on Visa and MasterCard shit list, apparently. I don't know. I don't really particularly care for Saints Row, and GTA is Yeah. I don't know. GTA kind of... GTA peaked in San Andreas, really. San Andreas and I liked Liberty City stories. Yeah, due to the new collective directives and limits in our technology, we cannot perform regular maintenance or surveillance anymore. Over its operating time span of 200 years under collective control, we received a total of 0 confirmed communications. The array will be kept connected to the power and run until its parts break down. Communications with who? Aliens? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. The collective turned away. They fear the deep wind that sings beneath the iron lattice. We remain caretakers of the lament to hear the threat itself. The Northern Rift Array 25 and... Okay, I don't think that is... Is this just like a lore side stop? Iscot here. This place is insane. I've heard stories of the Rift before, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. This room must be tens of units in width and height, having almost no roof above me. Oh, there's more. It feels weird. The air here is different as well. A strong wind is coming from the side, but the vent exhausts are not aligned that way. The old log speaks of ancient words, which I do not know yet. I do not yet understand. I will write them down and continue my journey. Maybe I will find answers elsewhere. I don't particularly care for the font on this, honestly. Something, being in a ship like an aircraft carrier for months at a time or something, and then actually, like, getting out of the underdecks, I guess, would kind of be like an equivalence of this. Let's go over here. Kind of looks like I need to go there. You can get around 1,000 games an hour if you focus or just filter genres that you're not too interested in. It's a ton of work considering the amount of games getting constantly released. Yeah, well that's kind of what I'm saying though, dude. It's like 130,000 games, and it's like, by the time you finish like an hour of blacklisting games, that many games have been released. What the fuck? Dude, I like how you're getting... There's lore about them in the terminal. That has, like, completely ripped my immersion out from underneath me like a rock. I like how people give you shit about the ducks in your game, and then it's like, oh, by the way, ignore our weird chibi anime, like, plushy things that scream. Bye. Murder. It's not a life. It's not murder. It doesn't count. It's a facsimile of life.
We are the voice of the thread seed. The rift's winds carry our lament to metal and flesh alike. The collective is blind to the truth, but we see clearly. These threadbound are our kin and final destination.
Ah yes, the cult becomes weird pillow monsters. I stumbled into this chamber by mistake, thought it was an old storeroom. These little blobs are still alive, they hop and shriek without pause. How do they survive centuries? Well, that's one of the things I was gonna say, is like, how is anyone alive here? There's no food supplies. Okay, what's the lore here, chat? Our orders were clear wipe out these creatures to clear the way for a new construction project. We shot, we incinerated, we even tried acid and they just wouldn't die. The commander himself showed up. So they're tribbles. They're basically just tribbles. I looked at the carnage and muttered administration just as he said he'd never seen anything like this, though I suspect he knew what we were dealing with. Glory to the Empire. They're called Plimbos. Nobody knows their origins. Prepping the threadbound specimens for Sector 12 transfer. This one is surprisingly aggressive. I don't think I've ever seen a Plimbo purposely attempt to harm a human. As far as he heard it talking to him, but I think he just needs more sleep. The Plimbo aren't humans anymore. Wait, is that what the frickin' infection is then? It just turns you into a... you turn from a human into this thing, and your life is just hopping around as a ball creature and then just, like, making pathetic moaning sounds. Good. The cynic in me really expects there to be a plushie of these things. Because for some reason that just seems to be a thing for a lot of games nowadays. It's just, there's a plushie for sale. What a good life. Oh god. Well, we're killing him in more ways than one, apparently. He's like, kinda unraveling himself. Bye. Can't tell me what to do. Can you turn off the crosshair? Hold on. No, there is in fact no options menu. Oh, it has my name there. Oh, that's weird. Remember the endless staircase from Naissance? Well, it wasn't endless. It did have an end. It just went on for a while. Same with, like, Silent Hill 2, dude. Is that what this hallway is, then? Except this way there is no way out. Oh, you're kidding me. I think you can actually see it when it's loading you, or putting you back where it was. Do you see that? Right there. Do you see that? Right? Like, I think it is... Yeah, right there. Do you see that? I think it is actively teleporting you back into the middle. And you can see when it happens, too. You probably should have told me that before I went in here, by the way. But also, have you played Voices of the Void? Because there's also an endless staircase in Voices of the Void. And it is like a solid 10 to 20... I don't remember how long it is. I think it's like a 30-minute frickin' spiral staircase. It's... There's no reason to do it. You get nothing. You've seen people play it. Yeah, I've played it for a good amount of time. Oh yeah, it is actually doing it in the other way too. You know what that is? That's just the Xbox symbol. So do I have to hit retry? Rather than reset level, I guess? Where am I? Okay, I'm just back here. Yeet. Smack. Alright. Okay, where is the thingamajig? The whatchamahoosit? I do like how it is just very blatantly telling you not to do, and it's just like... You can't tell me what to do? Oh, that's death. I thought that was like a hidden secret area or something. No, that's death. That's bad. Don't go to the side. Sorry, I swear I just heard a Plimbo there.
Lumpy.
Oh, dude, did you keep that area? That one area you had that you were showing screenshots of? Where you had the staircase, the winding staircase in like a very, very dark, moody, foggy area? It's just an aquifer, I guess. Or reservoir, even. Yeah, with just the fog for some reason having the lighting. That one, yeah. Can I jump that? I don't think I can. I really wish some of these games had flashlights at points. I don't think there's any reason to actually get up in here. It looks like it's a dead end. Probably just going to light it partially at least. You sure, dude? Because I think it looks pretty good as is. Obviously, don't let me speak for you, though. Where am I supposed to go? Also, like how there's... Is this one of those, like, Christmas decorations, or is this actually supposed to be a vine? Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter now. You know what none of these games really have? All of these games, with you falling to your death, none of them have a very good splat sound effect. And the dark hallway is another way down. What? Another way down to my death? Well, yes, there's this, but I wanted to see what else was up there. There had to have been more, like, you know, computer logs and plumbos and stuff. I don't know. Had to have been more than just this. There looked like there was a heck of a lot up there, frankly. Huh? What the hell just happened? Oh, the steam! I think? Or is that not steam and that's just like AIDS but in gaseous form? You know, the infection, whatever it be. Okay. Door control. Nope. Also no. I don't think it's going to be reusing the same codes, but yeah, no. I like how these ladders kind of look like they came out of Green Hell or something. They're just kind of crappy looking things made out of sticks. Can you not actually use these ladders? The box puzzle? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Ooh, the physics in this game are interesting. There we go, I think. There we go. For seal code in the vault room, don't go alone. Code for the second steam control, don't lose track, or we're stuck. Not we're, but we're stuck. 5618. So it's one half of the puzzle then, basically? Is it... Do you find it kind of weird when you have games like this that are supposed to be taking place in these, like... You know, vastly... like, just time-wise, just vastly far into the future, you know, kind of dystopian megastructures, and then it's like... Alright, we have, you know, a modern fan. We have, what else was there that kind of made me actually think about it? Like just, like normal, like what kind of looks like a portal or something symbol there. Standard looking, kind of crappy office chairs. I think these hallways are really kind of tight. Why is everything green? In that sense, a lot of the assets are pretty questionable. Yeah, they are. It is kind of one of those things, though, where it's like... How much would things change, though? Because there are things that we have in the modern age where it's like, oh, this is a modern tool or a modern object, and it's like, oh no, this thing actually came to be in like 1920. You know, it's like, why change something that works? You know, like a chair is going to ever be a thing where you sit your butt down. You know, you can try to look up any number of artsy ways of making a chair, but you know, we're still sitting in a chair design that basically has existed for centuries now. Who's to really say that it wouldn't last a few centuries, if not millennia more? Simultaneously, do you know of the whole, like, nuclear waste disposal place, whatever the hell, in the United States of America? Where it has been, like, an ongoing thing of them trying to make symbolatry to warn future people to stay the hell away. And it is a constant, you know, kind of like debate of what would be the most effective way. Because if you try to tell people to stay the hell away, even if they understand the gist of it, all it's going to do is pique the curiosity. You know, or you know, if the language that the future peoples are talking are not the same, Skull and Bones kind of work. Well, kind of, sort of, yes, it does kind of get that point across, but at the same time, again, it's like, how do you make a thing that has that same meaning into the future? Unless it's a race that doesn't have bones. Well, look, if it's an alien race trying to dig up our nuclear waste, I don't think they have to worry about it, because an alien race that is finding our nuclear waste probably understands what the hell it is. You know? It's like... Unless it's the aliens from War of the Worlds where they don't understand what a microbe is. What the hell was that? That was weird. Man, like... War of the Worlds as a story just kind of annoys me. It's like... You have a spacefaring race that can make these giant robotic death machines, but they don't know what the hell bacteria is, and they die from bacteria. Their death machines are sealed, they're airtight, so that when they're traveling through space, you know, they can breathe in their little death machines. And yet somehow they die from bacteria getting in there. Like, alright. Sure. It's like the most contrived way of the humans winning.
You have reached testing chamber 17. This means you have successfully equipped yourself with all previously introduced testing principles. If you did not have solved the previous tests, please contact your testing supervisor immediately.
I like that. I like that the pillar is just being held by the cables. That's a nice little, you know, kind of like mapping trick they did there. I completely forgot about the quote-unquote testing stuff. You know, the discount aperture science stuff. It's also kind of one of those things, like, technically speaking, Portal is Megastructure-esque. You just don't see it the majority of the time because you're in one of the much smaller testing chambers. What in the hell is this room? Yes, well, welcome to the Nightmare Pipe Room. Oh hey, bunk beds. Or really, no, they're not even bunk beds. They are... they're makeshift ones. We've reached testing chamber 17, an area long abandoned even by the collective, likely due to its treacherous terrain. Upon entering, we discovered the far end of the chamber has collapsed entirely, leaving only a passage through a pipe to the canyon. While the canyon itself is of course navigable, it takes us off course and places our only known exit close to the Threadseed location. We are currently scouting alternate routes around the collapse. I'll report back once we identify a safe bypass. These radios just kind of... Aww. Really? God damn it. I was gonna say it reminds me of Viscera cleanup. I'm not expected to actually, like... I'm sorry? The answer was yes. Yes, it is actually expecting that. That's nice visuals.
Half of this chamber will introduce half of the brand new Revela Robotics mobile testing platform, not to be confused with the Revela Robotics static testing platform. This testing platform has the unique ability to move along a predetermined path.
What just happened there?
Due to previous incidents, please remember that falling off any platform is not part of testing protocol.
These consoles just look like there's something from a nuclear reactor's control room. Oh good, wall jumping. My favorite. I really was not expecting this in this game. That doesn't look good. That was actually kind of nothing, actually. Never mind. Do you suppose that's actually sunlight, or do you think it's just that light pillar thing that we saw in the cityscape anyway? Probably the city lights. Yeah. It looks nice, though. Like, this section right here actually looks pretty good. Oh, what the fuck? It slid from out on... Oh, God.
The second half of this chamber will introduce
It slid... How do you word this? I know how to speak English. Oh my god. It slid out from underneath me. Yeah?
Making traversal harder. Due to previous incidents, please remember that falling off any platform...
There's one area later that's absolutely beautiful. Am I still technically in the first area? Because you said there was 2 areas for this demo, right? Also, the music was actually really fitting for the whole, like, portal testing thing. Like I was saying before how the music wasn't really fitting. It was fitting for that. I'm getting close to the second end. This is the second map. So, what you're saying is the beautiful area is coming up then? Oh, come on, really? I overshot that. Like, I kind of was expecting him to, like, do the vaulting, and I jumped over the thing. Alright, I think it didn't actually... Yeah, no, I'm roughly back where I was. Alright, cool. Ooh, stutter. You think it's after this area or the next one? I still think... I was gonna say, and I kind of got sidetracked. I think the way this game is going to end... Oh, I kind of misjudged that one. The way that this game is going to end... You're gonna turn into a Plimbo. That's how this game is going to end. Your dude just, like, starts screaming in absolute agony, and then bada bing, bada boom. Flimbo. Credits roll. Like, you're laughing, but do you think I'm wrong? Like, the air is being said that it's contaminated with this quote-unquote infection, virus, whatever the hell, right? And Plimbos are humans. Plimbos are made out of people. Oh. You hope it's something else. That would be nice. I really don't particularly like the Plimbo thing to begin with, frankly. Like, I think it's kind of a silly addition. I just got killed because the game stuttered, and he didn't vault. Again, I was kind of really hoping more like it would go the more like depressing and whatnot route. Just like, yeah, you might find like the occasional skeleton or something, and maybe there's like a little note next to him like, I was John Schmidt. I was a mechanic. Okay, why was I able to make it that time, not the first time? I really hope it doesn't just leave me floating in the air and it just goes without me again. Okay. The stutters. There's an occasional stutter when I'm doing parkour, and it's really kind of concerning. But there's actual wildlife here? Are you sure it's the city lights and not actually just, like, artificial sun? Like, it's a zoo up there? Animal habitat? You were thinking about possibly adding skeletal remains for the final couple of levels a couple of days ago. Can you add assets, or is that you needing to kinda make your own skeleton dude in your buckshot or whatever trench broom mapping thing there? Why is it always a sore level? Why is there always a sore level? My dear God. It's like people just have a fascination with poo. The area you were talking about comes after this one. Alright, fair enough. Also, I was looking at chat, that's why I fell in that time. Okay, that was really worrying me because I thought the water was actually constantly rising and we had a limited amount of time here. Escape the shit wave. Stop. So, I like the implications that people are in this sewer system, and people are building these wooden scaffoldings, somehow getting it to stay on the bottom without getting, you know, swept away by the water, and then coming in here, getting a stop sign, and then welding the sign's, you know, shaft at the bottom so it can stay here. Rather than just, like, putting it on here. Yeah. Warning, thread seed. Official collective notice: all travels through this part of the canyon are to be suspended due to the thread seed. This restriction may last from a few months or up to hundreds of years. Please check with newest collective directives before entering the area or traverse the canyon at another exit. Warning, thread seed. Is the thread seed the name of the infection that's turning people into plimbos? I still don't know what thread seed is supposed to be. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna assume this is it then. Yeah, it's very nice on Sesk, isn't it? That's nice. I like that. This actually gives you Lorne's lore vibe, the water place. I only ever played the demo. So is that something after the... That's a chainsaw? What the hell? Interesting looking chainsaw. It looks more like it's a... like a hedge trimmer. Like it's got a reciprocating blade or something. It's weird. Similar music and color scheme. What? Like turquoisey? A very light turquoise? And the music I like, but it is basically just an ambient drone of like 1 or 2 tones. But again, you know, it's just... it works. I like it. Is this another one of those infinite things? Walk into the light. Oh, it's radiation. That's what it is. It saw as reference to the upcoming Megastructure game with chainsaw combat, apparently. Are you talking about the one where it's like all parkour, shooting, and it's like Mirror's Edge but on crack with like Quake, Doom, whatever? I like how you go back to like the nice music, but once you go through this threshold, it's just like death.
There is no life in the void, only death.
This dev really likes his infinite sequences, does it? What the fucking fuck? Well, that's the thread seed, apparently, according to the achievement. It's kind of like an anomaly from Stalker. It doesn't seem to be inherently hostile. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to... That one at least gives you a little bit more in the way of, like, you know, kind of telling you that, yeah, you are trapped here now. Oh, that is not solid. I still don't know what the threat seed is supposed to be. I guess it's just an anomaly. I really don't know. Rogue AI, I got nothing. Oh. Shit. I like how every other time I've walked this way, I have not fallen until then. I've just been getting very lucky. I don't think there's anything over here, is there? Does not seem to be so. Is this? No, that's not the... Okay. We're not trapped in an infinite thing again, are we? I like the implication that they're just using hanging incandescents. Like, not even just LED bulbs, just... The hell? Alright. Elevator, port 73 logs. Section logs, broadcast metallics. Metallics officially anomalous structural corrosion now encroach on primary support structures in elevator shaft 58 through 63 due to the non-existence of construction plans for this layer. Deep structural analysis is required. All other shafts have received priority in supply of the anti-anomalous corrosion. So... I guess I kinda called it. It is quite literally just an anomaly. I force a path past the collapsed chambers of test tracks 47. Only this elevator and a few more chambers stand between me and the interlayer elevator if the rumors are to be believed. This is the only elevator that still answers to those who have lost connection to the thread and may finally bring me to another layer. So... I might be wrong, but I guess it's like the thread is kind of like the thread thing, the thread seed, is kind of like the monolith in Stalker. And the there's a cult worshipping it, kind of like the monolith. I like how the little footpath thing there actually pulls up. I have generally enjoyed this one, though. Oh. Oh, this is the Undercity now. Edge of the end of the Mick playtest. Even with its faults, it's an interesting game for sure. Yeah, I like it. I like it, but again, it's like the Plimbo thing, just... I like the kind of rough, gritty, you know, like realistic aesthetic it has going for it. I was really enjoying a lot of it, and then just... Hey, here's like a life like plushie thing. Oh, and it's people. Oh, okay. Alright, sure. Imagine having to take this elevator as your daily commute to work. Oh, God. Oh. Alright. Wait, it kills... It kills you?! Wait, hold on. Is that actually intentional? The elevator just kills you at the end of the demo? That's the end. Oh, what a great way of ending the game. Just like, oh, sorry, technically speaking, you died. Speedrun tactic. What, me just jumping off? I said it before, I think in, like, Nice Honest, but this is one of those things where it's like, this is such a far fall. You have time to think to yourself. This is a far enough fall where you go through, like, all 7 emotions, right? Like, you get a little bit of, like, terror, because you're falling, but after a while, like, the terror kind of wears off, and it's just like, alright. Yeah, when are we, when is this gonna stop? You know, a day goes by, you start getting dehydrated and hungry, you know, it's like, you die before you ever actually hit the ground. But yeah, no, I appreciate that you told me about this game, actually. Hmm. You can actually just swap the music on the main page here. That's interesting. I like that. Honestly, I think more games should probably do that. That's actually kind of nice. Like, hey, you can listen to some of the game music off the main menu. How do you close this other than Alt F4? I'm gonna assume I have to Alt F4. There does not seem to be a way of actually closing it off. I am 2 achievements short, apparently. I'm going to assume these are hidden little side areas that I didn't find. And I have no idea where they might even be. I would assume there's a little bit of a hint in some of the logs on where they might be. Apparently only 7% of people have ever actually gotten the... Wow, wait, what? How? Okay, so... Alright, so... 8.1% of people have found Iskat's Ito. 12% of the people that have played this thing have actually gotten to level 2. So you are seeing... So... About 4% of all players that have ever... You know, like, joined the playtest have not actually played the game at all. Which is a pretty small amount. But only 12% out of this 96% have actually bothered getting to the 2nd level. That's a very, very quick... Yes, burnout? Loss of interest? I don't know. Again, I really think we're dealing with such a niche, like, a niche thing here. Like, I know you and I, they're apt, are into this shit, and I keep wanting more of this, and again, I thank you very much for telling me about this one. I like this one a lot. But, man, that's kind of sad to see that only 12% of people actually have played the game that far. It's just kind of sad. The Net is the Madness pipe room in the testing area. So what the one that I went to and even kind of made a comment of, you know, this is like the nightmare pipe room thing. What was I supposed to do there? I didn't see anything to interact with. Like, the door was one of the generic locked doors, and there wasn't any computers or anything. 90% of the people that played your demo only played for 10 minutes. I guess that's not really saying much, though, is it? Because, a lot of games will end up with like 50% of people will never even actually boot the game up on Steam. It's in the darkness area where you have to leave the pipe area. Gotta look to the sides. Yeah. I might want to actually go do that like afterwards. Hold on. Okay, you know why it might actually have only that amount of people having hit level 2? It was a July 27th update. So a lot of people probably only ever... yeah, because looking at the playtest history, February 25th was Mick 1.3. So yeah, it was like a 4 or so month period between the initial playtest release and then them adding level 2. So that's probably more of why. Stats only had the first level, yeah. Well, I don't suppose you have any others for me tonight. Because this has been 3 hours of streaming, and I only ever intended on doing the one thing to begin with, and now... now we have ballooned into much more than that. But yeah, no, Mick compared to Fallstruktur, like, Mick is more my cup of tea. Fallstruktur feels more of like a speedrunner game. Might have one, but you might have to look it up. Oh boy, my Yo man, pass that blunt over here. You're becoming like a coke dealer for me, you know that, right? Because it's like, I think it was you who told me about Endless becoming apartment. I don't remember if I found that myself or if I was told about that, but I think you told me about it initially, and then I forgot that you told me about it. It is... You have told me of a lot of these games, and a lot of them I have enjoyed. Sent a link. Oh, is that why my phone just went off? Okay, hold on. Is it like an itch.io thing? It is, in fact, yes. Okay, hold on. Archive. Okay, is part of the thing's name is archive, or... No, it's just old, or... I don't even know. I don't even... What? Hold on. When was this thing released? More information. Doesn't say. Okay. I guess this was from this year? I don't know. It is kind of lacking on information, quite frankly. A month ago. Yeah? Alright. Where am I gonna put this? Okay, here, I'll put this here. Okay, paste, unzip. Oh yeah, dude, did you ever, like, through Twitch or YouTube or anything, like, I don't know what the process is, but you know how you, like, for Twitch, you can have like, the game registered or something, like, I can change the game to quite literally be, you know, like, God, what the hell was it? Project Structure? Yeah, so you do have it registered in the Twitch database. I don't know what the hell you even want to call these things. How do you do that? Like, how much of a pain in the ass is that for you? Because there's a lot of itch.io games that do not have themselves in the Twitch categories or anything. Same with, like, YouTube. But sometimes it'll be, like, mutually exclusive. Like, it will be on Twitch, but not YouTube's, or YouTube will have it in the categories, but not Twitch. Like, how much of a pain in the ass is that? So I'm gonna assume this one is not in the... No. It is, in fact, not. Not that I am saying, at least. You have to make an IGDB page. You have to tell them through Discord? What? Do they have a bot? There's a line and you can bump it through that route. That seems like such an asinine way of doing it. What? The IGDB. I have literally never used this website. I have never used this website at all, and I love how it's like some of the first games popping up on it are just the most schlockiest games that ever slopped. It's like 3 of them are just sim games, 5 of them are like mobile garbage. Oh, God. It's all just soulless crap. Right, I was gonna play this other game, though, not complain about things. Is this it?